What's cracking, guys? Avxry here, and we're gonna be doing a what you forgot in Call of Duty Zombies. So some of this stuff you may know if you've been a veteran Call of Duty player, but some of this stuff may be a shock and like you didn't know it was actually in Zombies. So we're gonna be going over just a few things, nothing crazy. We're just gonna go over a few things. And also, I played 11 rounds of Transit to get some footage, so if you don't drop a like on this video, I did this for nothing. In Black Ops 2, we actually had perma-perks. So I'm on Transit right now, and you guys know that when you get a perma-perk, there's a green mist that comes out. Now this one is actually one that's not really a perk, but also very unknown. So most players don't know that if you rebuild X amount of barriers while getting X amount of points in any Black Ops 2 map or just Transit, I forget which one, but I did on Transit just to be safe, you actually get metal barriers. So as you guys can see here, I'm shooting both windows, one with wooden barriers, one with metal barriers. You can see a difference and hear a difference between the shots. Now, this also means, as you guys could also see on the screen, when you rebuild with a metal barrier, it takes 2 pulls for a zombie to get this barrier off. So that means it's double the time that you could basically hold off a window without rebuilding it, which is actually really cool. And then you also have the wooden one where they just pull it off with 1 hit. So if you're camping, this is one of the best ways to do it because you don't have to really just, I guess, wait in one spot. You kind of just can run away, come back to the window. The zombies will still be trying to pull out off the metal barriers. Now, I think there's metal around them on the border or just on one side of the piece of wood. So that's why it's harder for them to get it off. But it is something really cool that most people didn't know was in Call of Duty Zombies because, one, no one's gonna be rebuilding barriers for like 2,500 points, which is over 200 barriers, and 2, who rebuilds barriers anymore? I think even Treyarch was like, screw barriers. Look at the Horizon Drac, there's like 5 barriers and that's only in the spawn room. That's about it. Everything else you can't rebuild and they just come out of the ground or something. Another thing in Black Ops 2, Treyarch likes trolling. So they trolled a few of the players, actually quite a few of us, in Die Rise. So Die Rise, if you didn't know, if you take the elevator, it actually falls down. And as it's falling down, you could clearly see PhD Flopper in the back of this whole entire hallway, which no possible way of getting to. Everyone tried for weeks to get this once they found out that it was down there, but nobody could possibly get it. It was just teased. Now obviously, yes, after it was brought to us, people loved it. People were like, PhD Flopper's best perk ever, but guess what? We can't use it anymore. So they put it in there just to troll us, and they also didn't just get rid of it there, or didn't just troll us there. They also trolled us on Mob of the Dead. So if you go outside and basically just look out to where the distances of the water, you could see Mule Kick and PhD Flopper, kind of like a broken machine, just thrown into the dumpster. Now, we didn't see PhD Flopper again, but we did see Mule Kick again. So that was really cool that they threw it out there. And also, I believe in some custom maps now you see the same thing. There's just perk machines in dumpsters and boats. It's nuts. On Black Ops 3, most people didn't know with the DLC weapons that we were actually given in some of the maps. Since we don't have them through weapon kits, we actually have already attachments added onto them, because it would just kind of be a little bit unfair that we could put attachments on all these other weapons and it make it seem like the DLC weapons were devalued. But now, if you guys didn't know, they actually have fast mags. They have an automatic reticle on most of them, other than the M1927, because that, and also the PPSH and Garrote Crovey, mostly because those weapons were never brought into multiplayer. But since most of the weapons like the Rift, and we had the Banshee, and also I believe, I can't remember any other ones. The Rift and the Banshee is all I got. But those weapons were good. Those weapons were added into multiplayer as well. And as we also got to see that you could reload quicker with the Rift, and also with the Banshee, I think the fire rate's a little bit higher, and maybe extended mags in the weapons. But it's really cool that they also added that. Most people didn't know that. They were like, oh sweet, I got the Rift. But like, and then a lot of people complained, well, why didn't we get it in weapon kits, or why didn't we get this? Well, because they already added the attachment saying, kind of like being like, all right, don't shoot us, we got you. But it doesn't matter, it's there, thankfully. Last but not least, there is 2 rooms of Samantha's. Now, most people didn't know that Kino der Toten's room was actually Samantha's, because when you went to teleport, it would bring you to 3 or 4 different rooms, which is like the doctor's room, Samantha's room, and then a room in 5, I believe. But this room was very, very odd, because it actually pops up twice. So, first off, we're in Revelations right now, and we're looking around. It's Samantha's room, fully detailed, Black Ops 3, it's the DLC for its ending. So, obviously, a lot of detail was put into here, but look at the architecture and look at like the window and all this good stuff. So think about years prior to this, back to regular Black Ops 1, that we teleported into this room, which is Samantha's room in Black Ops 1. Obviously, there are some things still the same, and there's some things different, because most likely they didn't really have a full image of the map, but there are 2 rooms of Samantha's. So this is Samantha's nightmare room. Same exact room, just a bunch of teddy bears, demonic teddy bears all around the map. Same slant in the ceiling, which also people speculated, and I remember in the beginning of Black Ops 3, most people speculated that the room or the house floating on the map infected in Black Ops 3 multiplayer was Samantha's room as well. But I mean, it might be, I still don't know, it could, I don't know, I'm just Avxry. But anyway guys, I hope you did enjoy this video, and if you made it to the end, definitely drop a like on this video because it does help a lot. And my name's Avxry, and I am out.